You ever notice how we keep looking for ancient wisdom everywhere?
Stoics, samurai, Greek philosophers.
But hardly anyone asks, what about the Old Norse?
They lived in freezing winds, fought storms bigger than houses, and crossed seas with no maps. And yet they managed to reshape half the known world. Here's the crazy part. The lessons they lived by are the same lessons we need today. Lessons about courage, about community, about struggle, and about how to face a world that doesn't care about your comfort. Stick with me, because the deeper we go into their world, the more it feels like they're speaking directly to us.
All right, let's step into the longhouse.
The Old Norse started every day with a simple belief. The world is not supposed to be easy.
You didn't wake up expecting comfort. That idea didn't exist.
You expected cold, work, problems. This wasn't pessimism. This was clarity.
Today, we think something's wrong if life feels hard. A job falls apart. Why me?
A relationship ends. Why now?
Traffic sucks. Why today of all days?
But the Norse? Hardship wasn't an interruption.
Hardship was the world functioning normally.
Imagine if you lived like that.
Every chapter, every inconvenience, every setback.
Not a curse. Not a failure. Just part of the journey.
There's an Old Norse idea that goes something like, calm seas never made a skilled sailor.
It hits different, doesn't it?
Because in their world, every storm taught something. Patience. 4 virtues forged by the storm itself. Technique, cooperation, courage, humility.
You weren't supposed to fight the storm. You were supposed to learn from it.
Think about your own life.
How many times did something go wrong and quietly shaped you into a stronger person?
A breakup that eventually made you wiser. A rejection that redirected you. A failure that taught you resilience.
Storms didn't break the Old Norse.
They built them. And here's your first curiosity gap. If storms are teachers,
What were they training these people for?
the answer is deeper than you think.
We have this Hollywood idea that Vikings were fearless berserkers.
Untouchable. Untrembling.
But the Old Norse? They didn't believe in fearlessness.
They believed in acting with fear clinging to your ribs. courage wasn't a hero moment. It was a daily practice.
There's an old tale of a young Viking explorer. History barely remembers his name.
But his friends wrote about him. He admitted something almost embarrassing for his time. He was terrified of the ocean. Terrified of storms, whales, sea monsters, the cold, the depths, all of it.
But every time the crew boarded the ship, he boarded too.
He stepped on trembling legs. He tightened his jaw. And he rowed anyway.
That, to the Norse, was the highest form of courage.
Because what is courage without fear? Nothing. Just ego.
The Norse respected the warrior who said, "I am afraid, and I go anyway." Much more than the warrior who said, "I fear nothing," which usually meant, "I'm lying."
But the important part? Courage wasn't just on battlefields.
Courage was facing the cold before dawn.
Protecting your family. Taking responsibility. Speaking truth.
Keeping your promises, trying again after failing, helping others even when you're tired, leaving your comfort to grow.
That hits, doesn't it? Because life has its own battles.
Not with axes, but with emotions, expectations, identities, and decisions.
Your courage might look like leaving a toxic relationship,
Going to therapy, starting a business, admitting you're wrong.
Applying for a job you think you won't get, having a difficult conversation, loving someone after heartbreak.
The Norse believed courage was a muscle. Small reps every day.
And those small joys built your destiny.
Which leads into the next lesson, one of the most misunderstood parts of Norse culture.
We imagine Vikings as lone wolves, swinging axes in the mist.
But the real Norse world was the opposite.
They believed isolation kills, even the strongest warrior.
Their entire strength came from the tribe, their herd, their community.
A single warrior could swing a sword, but a tribe could survive winter.
The Norse lived in a world where you needed someone to row beside you.
Someone to share food.
Someone to watch your back. Someone to help rebuild after storms.
Someone to raise children together.
Someone to sit beside you at the fire. We forget this today. Modern life pushes independence so hard that we think asking for help is weakness.
But the Norse saw it differently. Needing people is human.
Standing together is strength.
They had rituals to keep bonds alive. Feasts, storytelling, shared work, and ritual drinking, ceremonies, even fights, to clear tension. Their homes were longhouses for a reason. Longhouses because life was supposed to be lived together. One log burns quickly. A pile of logs, that becomes a long-lasting fire.
Ask yourself, who's your pile? Who keeps your fire burning? Who rows beside you in rough water? If the answer is nobody, maybe you've been trying to survive the winter alone.
And here's where it gets spiritual. To the Norse, your tribe wasn't just social. It was woven into destiny. The Norse believed in Orlog, the threads of fate woven by the Norns. Your birth, your temperament, your challenges, your death, those were written.
But here's the genius twist. You still shape the story.
Fate sets the stage. You choose how to walk on it. That's insanely modern thinking. Almost stoic. Almost psychological.
There's a line that captures it perfectly. Your death is fixed. Your life is yours.
Meaning, maybe you can't avoid every hardship.
Maybe you can't control every event. But you can control how you carry yourself.
It's revealed in how you respond, how you treat others, how you rise, how you love, and how you endure.
How you become someone worth remembering.
The Norse believed every action added weight to your fate, like forging your own character.
Help someone? Strength added.
Keep a promise, strength added. Face a fear, strength added. Speak up, strength added.
Choose honor over ease. Strength added. Stand tall even when suffering. Strength added.
Bit by bit, action by action, you forged the version of yourself your story needed. They didn't believe in perfect people. They believed in people who kept growing. And that brings us to the heart of their worldview.
Today, we chase comfort like it's the ultimate prize. Soft beds, instant entertainment, no friction, no effort.
But the Norse believe the opposite. Struggle is what gives life flavor. Meaning. Purpose. Transformation.
Without winter, spring is just another day. Without storms, calm has no value.
Without trials, strength never forms.
Their lives weren't easy. Not even close. They had to build homes from raw wood.
Keep fires alive through brutal winters.
Plant in rocky soil. Travel dangerous seas. Fight enemies.
Honor ancestors. Raise families without guarantees. Survive disease. Bury people too soon.
Yet they didn't see this as tragedy. They saw it as the forge.
You weren't born strong. You were forged strong.
Just like iron turning to steel. Just like warriors shaped through winters.
Just like stories shaped through scars.
And here's where it hits home. Your life is the same.
Every disappointment, every heartbreak, every failure, every challenge, every why me moment.
It's all heat, pressure, hammer, forge.
You aren't supposed to avoid the forge. You're supposed to walk through it.
And come out sharper.
But the Norse didn't stop there. They didn't want you to just struggle. They wanted you to live well. Which brings us to the final lesson. The Norse didn't believe life was about comfort or safety. They believed life was about story. Stories told around the fire. Stories passed down generations. Stories carved into wood, stone, memory. A good life, to them, wasn't. I was safe. I avoided risk. I stayed comfortable.
A good life was, I lived hard, deep, fully.
Loved fiercely. I stood for something. I pushed myself. I grew.
I faced storms. I forged strength. I tried. I kept going.
They believed that when you die, your story is the only thing that survives you.
Not your wealth, not your problems, not your status. Your story.
So ask yourself, if someone told your story by firelight, would it inspire? Would it teach? Would it matter? Because you're writing that story right now. Every choice, every moment, every storm.
If this made you feel something, if it made you rethink your storm, if it made you feel a little less alone in the struggle,
Stay with us. We dive deep into ancient wisdom, forgotten mindsets, and lessons that help you face life like a warrior, not a worrier. So subscribe, join the Longhouse, and let's keep learning from the past, because the Old Norse still speak today.